Baby, if you're listening to this right now, I need you to stop everything for a moment and just hear me out. Don't scroll, don't move, just listen. This message isn't random, and it isn't just another confession. It's urgent. It's something I should have said earlier, but maybe life wanted you to hear it right now. Before Friday, before things change. Because what I'm about to say might shift everything between us. I don't know how to start without my voice trembling a little, because this isn't easy for me. You know me, I'm not good at saying everything that's buried in my heart. But tonight, I don't want to hold anything back. You need to know what's really going on. You need to understand what's in my heart before it's too late. Lately I've been thinking a lot about you, not just the version of you the world sees, but the one only I know. The one who hides her pain behind soft smiles. The one who stays strong even when she feels like breaking down. And I can't lie. It hurts to know that sometimes you go through things without telling me. It hurts that I can feel your silence louder than your words. You've been distant lately, haven't you? I can feel it. Your messages sound shorter. Your tone feels colder. You still say you're fine, but I know you're not. I can tell when your "I'm okay" isn't real. I can sense when your heart is somewhere else, when it's tired, when it's overwhelmed, and I get it. Maybe I haven't been there enough. Maybe I've been caught up in things that don't matter as much as you do. And that's why I'm speaking to you like this now. Because I refuse to let another day go by without reminding you how much you mean to me. I don't care what the world says. You're still my everything. Even when you doubt yourself, even when you push me away, even when you think I've stopped noticing, I still see you. Every little thing you do, every small change in your voice, every quiet sigh when you think no one's listening, I notice all of it. Because I love you deeply. In a way that words can't explain. And baby, this Friday, there's something important I need you to understand before it comes. I can't say everything yet. Not here, not like this, but something is happening. Something that might make you question things. Maybe even doubt me for a while. But I want you to promise me one thing. No matter what you hear, no matter what anyone says, remember this. My heart has always been yours. It has never once belonged anywhere else. There's been talk, people saying things, people trying to twist stories. I didn't want to drag you into it, but now it's spreading faster than I can control. They're using my silence against me, turning it into something ugly, and the thought of you believing any of it, that's what keeps me awake at night. That's what's been eating me alive. I know how rumors work. I know how quickly they can poison trust. But I need you to remember who I am when the noise gets loud. Remember how I look at you. Remember how I speak your name. Remember that I've never played games with your heart. I've never treated your love like something replaceable. You've always been the one, not one of many, not a temporary chapter. The one. You don't know how many times I've replayed our moments in my mind. The first time you laughed, and I thought, this is it. The way you'd fall asleep mid-conversation, and I'd just stare at the screen, because even your silence made me feel peaceful. The way you'd talk about your dreams, your fears, your little habits, things you thought didn't matter, but they mattered to me more than you'll ever know. Baby. You changed my life without even trying. You made me want to be softer. You made me want to be better. You made me realize that love isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about showing up when things get heavy, not walking away when it's hard. I'm not walking away, no matter how messy things get this week. I just need you to believe in us the way I believe in you. Don't let anyone plant doubt between us. Don't let anyone's words make you question what we've built. Because people can lie. Screenshots can be edited. Messages can be faked. But what's real, what's truly real, can't be destroyed that easily. You know why I trust you so deeply? Because you've always seen me for who I am, not who people say I am. You've seen me when I was angry, when I was quiet, when I was lost, and instead of running, you stayed. You've been my peace in a world that only knows how to shout. You've been my calm in every storm. And if I lose everything, but still have you, then I'll be fine. But lately, I've been scared. Scared that the world might pull you away. Scared that you might start believing the lies. Scared that you'll look at me differently. And maybe that's why I'm speaking to you tonight. Because I can't risk that. I can't risk losing you to something that isn't even true. There's one thing I haven't told you yet. This Friday, someone is going to approach you. Maybe through a message, maybe through someone you trust. They'll say things. They'll try to convince you that I've been hiding something. But don't panic. Don't react. Just listen quietly. And remember my words right now. I would never do anything to hurt you. Never. Whatever they show you, whatever they say, it's not the full story. I'll explain everything. Just give me that chance. You have no idea how much strength you give me, baby. Every time I feel like giving up, I hear your voice in my mind, calm, steady, reminding me who I am. You've always been that voice of reason when my world felt too loud. That's why this message isn't just for you to listen to. It's for you to feel, because deep down, you already know what's true. You can feel it when I say your name. You can sense it when I call you my love. You can tell by the way my voice softens when I talk about you. I don't need to prove my love to you. I just need to remind you of it. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. So before Friday comes, before things get twisted, promise me one thing. Promise me you'll wait to hear it from me directly. Promise me you'll trust the connection we have, the bond that's been tested but never broken. Promise me you won't let fear win, because I swear to you, everything I've ever said to you, every I love you, every I miss you, every you're mine, all of it was real. None of it was ever for show. You've always been my truth. You've always been my reason to keep going. So hold on a little longer, okay? Don't let this world turn us against each other. Don't let the noise drown out what we both know deep inside, that what we have is real, rare, and worth protecting. I'll reach out soon, and when I do, I'll explain everything. Until then, just remember one thing. Your husband, the man who's always loved you in silence and in chaos, is still here. Still fighting for you, still believing in us, and no matter what happens this Friday, my heart is still yours, always was, always will be. Baby, before you hear anything else tonight, I just want you to breathe for a moment. I know your mind has been spinning ever since you saw the message. You've been wondering why I said it's urgent, why I told you to read it before Friday, and what could possibly be so serious that your husband couldn't say it face to face. I can already picture you sitting there. Maybe your hands are shaking a little. Maybe your eyes are tired from overthinking. Maybe your heart's beating faster than usual. I can feel that tension from here, baby. But I need you to know something before anything else. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here because there's something I can't let stay hidden anymore. You know how I've always told you that I can handle everything, that I'll protect you from the world, from stress, from bad days, from people who don't deserve your kindness. Maybe I said that too much. Maybe I made you believe I'd never struggle myself. But the truth is, lately I've been fighting something quietly, something that's been eating away at me every night when you're asleep. I tried to keep it from you because I didn't want you to worry. I wanted to be strong for you, the way you've always been strong for me. But I can't keep pretending anymore, baby. Not when the days are moving fast, and Friday is coming closer. You see, there's something I have to tell you. something I've been avoiding because I didn't know how to say it without breaking your heart. But I owe you honesty, and you deserve that more than anything. So listen closely, because these aren't just words. This is everything I've been holding inside for too long. Do you remember the last time we talked without rushing? The way you looked at me and said, "Are you sure everything's okay?" I smiled and said yes. But inside I was screaming no. Not because of you, never because of you, but because I was scared of losing the only person who's ever truly known me. I've made mistakes, baby. Not the kind that hurt our love, but the kind that made me distant, quiet, unsure. I kept things bottled up. I acted strong when I should have been honest. And I told you I'm fine when I wasn't. But now I can't keep quiet. Not when I feel like time is slipping through my fingers. That's why I needed you to read this before Friday. Because something is about to happen. Something that might change the way you look at me for a while. I can't explain everything right now, but I want you to remember this one thing. Everything I've done, every choice I've made, every message I've sent, it was all for you, not for attention, not out of fear, but out of love. Real, raw, unconditional love. Baby, sometimes I think about how fragile everything is. How one small misunderstanding can make two people drift apart even when their hearts still beat for each other. That's my biggest fear. Not losing the world, not losing things, but losing you. Losing the sound of your voice when you say my name softly. Losing the way your eyes light up when you smile. Losing the peace that only comes when I know you're okay. And lately, I've been feeling like something's trying to pull us apart. Maybe it's distance. Maybe it's words left unsaid. Maybe it's just the noise of life, people talking, the world rushing, distractions everywhere. But I can feel it, baby. That invisible wall that tries to come between two hearts that belong together. And that's why I had to send this message. Because before Friday comes, I need you to know that I'm fighting for us. I'm fighting for the love that we built with laughter, tears, and promises whispered in the dark. You might not realize it, but every single thing about you, the way you speak, the way you care, the way you worry, it's carved into me. Even when I'm not with you, I feel you everywhere. You're in the way I think, before I act, in the way I breathe, before I speak. You're in my morning thoughts, and in my late night prayers. And that's what makes this message so hard to send. Because it's not just an update, it's a confession from a husband who can't stop loving you even for a second. You see, there's something that's been said, something about me, about us, and it's spreading in a way that could reach you before I can explain it. That's why I had to reach you first. I don't want you to hear it from anyone else, or to let a stranger twist the truth. I want you to hear it from me, your man, your husband, the one who still believes that your trust means more than anything. I can't tell you everything tonight. Not yet. But before Friday, I promise, you'll know the whole truth. And when that moment comes, I just want you to remember this, no matter what anyone says. My heart has never left your side. Every step I've taken, even the wrong ones, have been driven by love, by this unexplainable need to protect you. Even when I end up hurting myself in the process. Baby, I know how you are. I know you'll start worrying now, overthinking every word, every pause. But don't. Please, don't let fear win. I just need you to trust me for a little longer. Because love like ours doesn't fall apart easily. It's tested, yes, it's stretched, it's questioned, but it never truly breaks. You once told me that real love means standing by someone even when things don't make sense. And I held on to those words. You might not remember saying it, but I do. And tonight, those words are what's keeping me going. because I know if there's one person in this world who'll still look at me with love in her eyes even after the storm, it's you. You've always been the calm after my chaos. You've always been the reason I keep believing that not every ending has to be sad. I still replay our moments, the quiet talks, the inside jokes, the times we held each other without needing words. I still remember the way your hand fits perfectly in mine, like it was made to remind me that I'm never alone, and that's why this message had to reach you. Because if for any reason you start hearing stories or seeing things that make you question me, I want you to pause and remember this moment. Remember this voice. Remember this heart that has always belonged to you, no matter what the world says. You are not just my wife. You are my everything, my reason, my balance, my peace, and I don't ever want you to think that I'd risk what we have. So before Friday comes, I just need one thing from you, your faith. Hold on to it like it's the last thread connecting us. Because in some ways, it is. If I could be there right now, I'd take your hands in mine and tell you everything face to face. I'd wipe away that little crease that forms between your eyebrows when you're confused. I'd pull you close until all your questions melt away in silence. But until then, this message, these words are all I have to hold on to you. So please, baby, don't let anyone make you doubt me. Don't let anyone rewrite our story. Because the truth, the real truth, is still waiting to be told. And when it comes out, I need you to be there. I need you to look at me and say, I still believe you. That's why I sent this message. Because I love you too much to let you face lies without knowing what's real. And when Friday comes, I promise you'll understand why this couldn't wait. Until then, just remember, every heartbeat of mine still calls your name. Every second I'm away from you feels like forever. And no matter what happens, no one can take my love for you away. Not the world, not time, not anyone. Just you and me, baby, always. Baby, I know your heart must be heavy right now. You've been holding your phone, rereading my last words over and over, trying to understand what's really happening, trying to piece together the parts I couldn't yet say. I can almost feel your confusion through the silence. That soft sigh you make when you're thinking too hard. The way your eyes drift when you're trying to hold back your emotions. I know it all too well. And that's why I'm here again. Tonight, to tell you everything I couldn't say before. Because you deserve clarity. Even if it breaks me to say it. When I said that something might reach you before Friday, I wasn't exaggerating. There are people who don't want to see us together. They've been trying to twist things, to create doubts in your mind about me. They think they can play with your trust. They think they can make you question everything I've ever said to you. But they don't understand one thing. They don't understand you. They don't know how deep your heart goes, how strong your love really is. They don't know the kind of woman you are. The one who loves without conditions, who forgives without being asked, who believes even when it's hard to. You see, baby, what's happening isn't just about rumors or words. It's about jealousy. About people who couldn't stand seeing us happy, seeing us love each other without pretending. Somewhere along the way, I must have made some people feel small. Not because I tried to, but because love like ours exposes what others don't have. It's pure, it's real, and it makes them uncomfortable. So instead of finding peace in their own lives, they've decided to create chaos in ours. And lately, they've been using something I once said, something I once did, as their weapon. Something that's true, but not the way they're trying to show it. They've taken pieces of my past, pieces I buried long before you came into my life, and they're twisting them, making them look like secrets. I've been hiding from you. But I swear on everything I am, there's not a single part of me that's been unfaithful to you. Yes, I've made mistakes before you came into my life. Yes, I've hurt people when I didn't know better. But none of that has anything to do with us. When you walked into my world, baby, you changed everything. You turned chaos into calm. You made me believe in second chances, in forgiveness, in starting over. You gave me a kind of love I never thought I deserved. And maybe that's why this whole situation hurts so much. Because I've spent every day trying to be the man worthy of your love. And now I feel like someone's trying to steal that away from me. I know what's coming. You'll start hearing things, whispers, screenshots, maybe even voices saying, he's not who you think he is. You might see things that make you question your heart. But before you let any of it sink in, before you let anyone make you doubt us, I want you to pause. Close your eyes. Think of every single moment we've shared. The nights we stayed up talking when the world was asleep. The way we laughed at silly things. The way I looked at you when I thought you weren't watching. Tell me, baby, did any of that ever feel fake? Did my love ever feel like an act? No, because it wasn't. It never was. Every word I ever said to you came from a place deep inside me. The part of me that belongs only to you. You've always told me that honesty means everything to you. And I know you'd rather hear a painful truth than a comforting lie. So here's my truth. Yes, I've been afraid. Afraid of losing your trust. Afraid that once this storm starts, you'll think I hid things from you. But I didn't. I was only trying to protect you from a mess that wasn't yours to carry. I didn't want you to lose sleep over something that's already behind me. But now, it's coming to the surface, and I can't stop it. That's why I told you to read my message before Friday, because by then, people will try to reach you. They'll use your kindness against you. They'll pretend to care, to warn you, but what they really want is to make you doubt everything we've built. They'll say things like, he's been hiding this from you, or you don't know who he really is, but baby, you do. You've seen the real me. The broken, flawed, vulnerable me, the one who can't even sleep without thinking of you. If I could, I'd come to you right now, hold your face in my hands, and tell you the whole story from start to end. I'd tell you about the people behind this, about the messages they've spread, about the traps they've tried to set. But right now, all I can do is speak through this, hoping my words reach your heart before their lies reach your mind. I know it's not easy. You're probably thinking, why now? Why can't things ever just stay peaceful for once? And I feel the same. I've asked myself that question every night. Why does love, that's so pure, have to face so many battles? But maybe that's what makes it real. The fact that even when the world tries to tear it apart, it still stands. Baby, you are my strength in this storm. You are the one thing that keeps me grounded when everything else feels like it's falling apart. I can handle hate. I can handle judgment. But the one thing I can't handle is the thought of you believing lies about me. That's the only thing that truly scares me. So if you ever start to doubt, come back here, read my words again, hear my voice in your mind, whispering the truth. I love you. I've always loved you. And I always will. No rumor, no lie, no person can ever change that. I know Friday is close. And maybe by then you'll have questions. Maybe you'll even feel angry at me for not telling you sooner. And if that happens, I'll take it. I'll take every ounce of your anger, your confusion, your silence. Because I deserve it for waiting too long. But I just ask you one thing, baby. Don't walk away. Stay long enough to hear everything. Because when you do, you'll see that Nothing, absolutely nothing was ever meant to hurt you. Sometimes love isn't just about flowers and promises. Sometimes it's about standing in the middle of chaos and still choosing each other. And that's what I'm asking for now. Your choice. Not because I deserve it, but because our love does. You once said to me, no matter how dark it gets, we'll find our way back to each other. Those words, they've been echoing in my head every day. And I believe them. I believe in us. I believe that even if the world turns against me, your heart won't, because it knows the truth. Baby, I know you're reading this with tears in your eyes right now. I know your chest feels tight and your heart is racing, but don't let fear take over. You're stronger than that. And so am I when I have you by my side. Just hold on for a little longer, okay? Let the world say what it wants. Let them talk. Let them assume. Let them spread whatever they want to spread. Because soon you'll see everything for yourself. And when that day comes, I'll look you in the eyes and say, see baby, I told you the truth. But until then, just promise me one thing. Don't lose faith in us. Don't let the noise of the world drown the sound of what's real between us. Because that sound, our love, it's louder than anything else. Friday's coming, and I'll be ready. I just hope you'll still be there to hear the rest of my truth. Baby, it's finally here. The day I told you to be ready for Friday, I've barely slept. My heart has been restless all night, and every minute felt like a countdown to this moment. I know you've been waiting too, holding on to my words, wondering what this day would bring. And now that it's here, I just want to speak to you softly, honestly, with nothing left to hide. I've spent the last few days trying to hold myself together. Every time I close my eyes, I see your face, the way you look at me when you're worried, but trying to stay calm, the way your lips tremble when you want to ask a question, but don't want to sound hurt. That image of you has been haunting me, baby, because I know that what I'm about to say might shake you, but I'd rather you hear it from me than from anyone else. They did what I told you they would. They reached out, they tried to twist the truth. Just like I warned you, they sent things, screenshots, messages, and stories, all designed to hurt you, to make you doubt me. And I can only imagine how it must have felt, seeing those things, wondering if even a small part of them could be true. But baby, you know my heart. You've seen the real me, not the one people talk about, not the one the world tries to paint. Me, the one who wakes up thinking about you, who prays for you, who counts the hours until I can talk to you again. The truth is, yes, there was something from my past that I never told you, not because I didn't trust you, but because I thought it was over. I thought it had no meaning anymore. But when people want to destroy love, they dig up graves. They find pieces of what used to be and try to make it look like it's still alive. What they showed you, it's real, but it's old. It's something that existed before you. Before I even knew what real love meant. Before I found you, I should have told you sooner. I know that. And I'm sorry for making you face it like this. You didn't deserve the confusion, the pain, or the sleepless nights. You didn't deserve to question whether my words were real, because baby, they always were. Every time I said I love you, it wasn't a line, it wasn't a habit. It was me trying to say that you changed my world. You took a man who didn't believe in love anymore and made him believe again. You taught me what loyalty feels like, what peace feels like, what home feels like, what home feels like. So yes, they used it against me. They used it against us. They thought that if they showed you my past, you'd walk away, that you'd lose faith, that you'd break the same way they once broke. But what they don't understand is that your love isn't weak. It's not made of fear or insecurity. It's made of faith. It's made of all the times you chose to see my heart instead of my mistakes. Baby, I know it's hard. I know you're sitting there right now, torn between anger and love, between confusion and trust. I don't want to tell you how to feel. You have every right to feel whatever your heart tells you. But before you make any decision, before you say anything to me, just remember this. I never once stopped choosing you. Not even when people warned me. Not even when it got complicated. I chose you when I could have stayed silent. I chose you when everyone told me not to. I chose you when loving you became the hardest thing in the world. And I'll keep choosing you. Even now, when everything feels uncertain. I'm not perfect, baby. I never claimed to be. I've said things I wish I hadn't. Done things I can't erase. But the man who stands before you today, the man speaking these words to you, he's not that same person anymore. Because you changed me. You made me better. You made me honest. Even when honesty hurts. And if today becomes the day everything falls apart, I just want you to know this. I'm grateful for every second you gave me, for every smile you shared, for every moment you made me feel alive again. You were never just a chapter in my life. You were the whole story, and no rumor, no lie, no mistake could ever erase that. But deep down, baby, I don't believe this is the end. I believe your heart still feels what mine feels right now. That quiet ache that refuses to give up. I believe you still remember the promises we made. The moments that no one else knows about. The words that only we understand. Because those aren't just memories. They're proof that what we had was never built on lies. It was built on something stronger, something real. So if you're still listening, if your heart hasn't turned away yet, I just want you to know one thing. I'm not giving up. Not on you, not on us. Let them talk, let them assume, let them say whatever they want. I'll be here, waiting, believing, fighting, until you decide for yourself what's true. Because no matter what happens after this day, no matter what you choose, I'll still whisper your name every night. I'll still thank God for ever letting me love you. And maybe someday, when the noise fades and the truth stands clear, you'll look back and realize, I never lied when I said you're my everything. So baby, before this day ends, just promise me one thing. Don't let their words be louder than my heart. Because everything I've ever said to you still stands. And it always will.